Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I got some new cutters to make some Christmas earrings. And the other thing that I got was some silk screens with some Christmas on them. So we're going to use some red, some green, some white. We're going to put some silkscreen on them, and then we're going to cut out and make some earrings. So first thing, I'm going to condition my clay, and then I will be back. Okay, so I rolled my traditional colors, red, green, and white, out through the pasta machine on one setting on mine, which is the thickest. So then we are going to do the silk screen on them. So I think, let me just see. I think I'll do the candy canes on that one, which we're going to do in the red. I think I will do the Christmas trees on this one, which I will do in the white. And then I will do the snowflakes on that one, which I will also do in the white. So once you get them onto your pieces of clay, you just want to roll them in a little bit. I did these the other day on wood earrings, and I just kind of like put them down really good and made sure they stayed in place, and it worked out. It worked really well. So the way they show you on the instructions is actually to put your paint and rub your little spatula across. But what I did, which worked out really well, and it wasn't quite as messy. And I used sponges. This one's too small. I'm going to go get another one, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to use this little sponge, and we're going to dab it on. And I just am using some acrylic paint. This one, I'm just going to squirt a little bit on a sheet of, I just use typing paper. Work it into your brush or your sponge. And this one, we're going to go here with this. And then you just start dabbing it, and you just got to get it covered really good. And once I did the first, I just kind of came back over it again just to make sure it's covered good. And once you've got it good and covered, you're just going to pull up your silk screen. And then I just went immediately and washed it. I'm going to go wash this one, and then we'll move on to the next. And then you just let them dry before you cut them out. Okay, so on the candy canes, we're going to do the deep, deep red. And the same thing again, just kind of get your sponge loaded. And on these, you have to have the side up, which has the name on them. That was part of the instructions. soaks it up pretty quickly, so just make sure you cover it really good. And once you've got it covered good, then you just lift your silkscreen up. And it's so pretty. So I'm going to wash this and move on to the green. I was going to do the green with the, I wonder if I should do the green with the red. I think I will, since I'm doing that one. I'm going to wash this one silkscreen right quick and I'll come back. Now I decided I'll do the green with the red also. So we're going to do that one. I don't have very much on there. Soaks in quite. The sponge takes it in pretty quickly. All right, so we're gonna lift this one up. All right, and we're gonna let those dry, and then I will come back and cut my earrings out, decide which ones I'm gonna choose to cut my earrings out on. We will be back. Okay, so these are the 4 cutters that I decided on, just because some of them have got too much detail in them, and then the little, this part's not going to show up. So I'm going to take them, and I've got a little bit of water over here. I'm going to dip them into the water, because hopefully that will keep them from sticking to the clay. I'll cut 2 of these out. All right, so I've got quite a few cut out. They're a little bit, I thought I put in that water, but that was a total no-no. I should have known better, because I put the acrylic paint on there, and that wasn't a good thing. So don't do that. So I've cut the green and I've cut the white. We're gonna cut it's a little tricky getting them out of these cutters, because it's just, that's why I was gonna put the water on it, thinking that was gonna help, but that was obviously not a good idea. So I'm trying to use these little silicone paint brushes to push it out without putting any marks on it. It's a little tricky. Okay guys, I got them all cut out. I just did not do this cutting out on camera, because it was so hard to get these out of those cutters. Oh my goodness. And they still got some little damage on them that I'm going to have to smooth out a little bit once they come out of the oven. So I'm going to bake these at 275 for 30 to 45 minutes. And then we'll come back and put the backs on them and finish them off with some UV resin. So we will be back. So they're out of the oven. I had one little mishap on this glove. I had to put a little bit of liquid Sculpey and put it back in. So we are going to, just one second, let me get my bag. Okay, so The first thing I'm going to do is put my backs on here. And I do the UV resin. And then I put it under the UV lamp. And then I come back and make sure they're attached well. So I have this size that I'm going to use for these, and then I have some smaller ones that I'm going to use on these bows because they're a little bit smaller. So the big ones I'm afraid will kind of look over. All right, so the way I do it is I put my UV resin in a little silicone cup. Let me clean this a little bit. And then I take my back and I dip it into there, get it coated, and then I stick it where I want it onto the, and I do that, and then I put it under the light, and then once it's cured, then I come back and completely cover the back in UV resin, and that way it kind of seals it in, double seals it. And then I'll flip them over and do the fronts of them. And to do that, I will probably have a little piece of foam. I'll stick them down in, and that's how I'll do the fronts. Or I hold them just by the back and hold them under the light long enough for them to cure. Excuse me. So like I'll do this first row, and then I will just put them under the light, and they can go under about 60 seconds. That just attaches them good, and then I'll come back and put more resin on the back to finish them off, and then they're really attached on there good. So I'm gonna do these, and I will come back and show you the finished product. Okay guys, here is the finished product. They are so cute. If you did enjoy this video, if you'd please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you hit that little red bell, it will alert you when the next video comes up. Trying to get in really close here. Thank you for watching.